welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we'd do a 2-page kitchen scene layout. The paper that I'm using today is from Scrapbook.com. For my main paper, it's from Simple Stories Snap Basics, and it's the Hickory Cream Grid. Now for the top and bottom, it's actually the same paper. All I did was cut off the bottom part. It does measure 11.5 by 11.5, and the bottom part I cut it at 2.5 inches just so I could go ahead and use the same paper. And I just taped it down together with some ATG. My other piece of paper that I'm using from today, it's from Cuttables Summer Market, and it's called Tiny Flowers. To start off, I'll go ahead and glue it down to a 12 by 12 craft cardstock paper, and I'll glue it down with my zip drying. I did ink all my edges with my Stampin' Up! Early Espresso. For my next piece, it does measure 11.5 by 1 inch. Go ahead and place it up here. Next, I just have a strip of black cardstock. It measures 1/4. Next, I do have 2 border pieces. These are just Googled images that I brought down to my silhouette and trace. For the top one, it measures 1/2 inch, and the bottom one, it measures 1/4. And for my next piece, I do have it ready. To start off, I do have 3 photo mats. They do measure 5 by 5, and on my silhouette, I did do internal offset. And for the inside, it measures 4 by 4. For the files that I'm using for today, some of them are from Cuddly Cute Designs. The ones that are, I'll go ahead and leave the information on the description down below just in case anybody's interested. And for the other files that I'm using, because I'm using quite a few of them, some of them are from the Silhouette store and others are just files that I already had. To start off, I do have my title. It measures 2 1/8 by 5.5, and I did pop it up between the layers. And also for the hat, I also popped it up another thickness of foam tape, and it does say Junior Chef. From the Silhouette store, I do have this silhouette. It measures 3.5 by 5 inches. Next, I do have my stove. It measures 3.5 by 3 1/4. And for this top part here, I did pop it up on one thickness of foam tape just to give it a little bit of dimension. I'm actually going to switch these. Now, when I bought this file from Cuddly Cute Designs, oh my gosh, a long time ago. I think it was over a year ago, because not last Christmas, but the previous Christmas, I made my mother a recipe book and I needed the stove. And she came with the stove, but I had never actually used her before. I only wanted this file for the recipe book. But when I got the idea, and before I forget, I did get this idea, kitchen scene idea from Pinterest, so the idea is actually not my own. I was trying to recreate it, and when I wanted to go ahead and, when I went to get the file for the stove, I saw her, and I thought, oh, this would be really cute, and I'll finally get the chance to see it, to use it. So for the mother, she does measure 6 1/4 by 4.5. I did pop her up on one thickness of foam tape. Everything has been paper piece. And here I did use liquid pearls on her apron. Next, the way I got the silhouette piece in this next one on my silhouette, I typed in kitchen furniture to see what would come out. And I got this piece. And it does measure 2.5 by 4 1/8, and I really do like it. This one will go here. Next, I do have my table. It measures 2.5 by 5.5, and this I kind of created it. I had this top part, and I had been using it for past tables when I make layouts, but I wanted something simpler, so I just created these sticks on my silhouette, adjusted them a little bit, and created a darling table. Go ahead and put it right over here. Next, I have my little girl and my little boy. For my girl, she does measure 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. I did pop her up on one thickness of foam tape. For my little boy, he does measure 4 5/8 by 3 inches. He's laid down flat, but this is actually popped up on one thickness of foam tape. Again, the idea, I did get it from Pinterest. I did change it up a lot from the layout on Pinterest, but I really like how it came out. And I really wanted to do a kitchen style layout, not because I enjoy cooking. I actually hate cooking. I hate cooking with a passion, but obviously my kids have to eat. My family has to eat, so I cook for them, of course. But pre-coronavirus, I used to cook, not necessarily every day, but I used to cook a lot in one day in order to last me for a couple of days, so I wouldn't have to cook as often. But now that we're quarantined at home, unable to go out, I find myself in the kitchen about all day, basically, all day. It seems my son, he's learning how to talk, and right away he learned how to say eat, eat, eat. He looks at me. If I'm crafting, he'll come to me and just say, eat, mama, eat. And I thought, oh, can't you learn another word? So I'm constantly cooking, washing dishes, just like everybody else. And I figured I'd make a kitchen layout. And my daughter, she always wants to know what I'm doing. She wants to be a little helper. On some things I do let her help me. And she gets really excited. But I will tell you this, never have I ever spent so much time in the kitchen. I've never cleaned so much in my life or washed my hands as much as I do now. You know what? I almost forgot I created a little journaling card. This is just a roll pen, and I added a white card at the bottom just to journal a little, and I forgot that I didn't want to add glue at the bottom, and I did. I guess I'll put it on this side, not a big deal. Yes, that will work fine. Now I do have a couple of accessories. Here I do have a jar, and I did put a little enamel dot here at the top. I have some strawberries that I did layer up with 1 thickness of foam tape, and I have bread. I do have a pie that's popped up on foam tape. I do have apples. I do have salt and pepper popped up on 1 thickness of foam tape. And I also have another jar. And for the stove, I do have these two, but I'm noticing that I accidentally made this one the same color as the stove, so I'm only going to go ahead and use one of them. And it's popped up on one thickness of foam tape. And I know what you're thinking, whoa, that's a lot of detail. And it is, and I really like it. And for the added detail, actually already had the majority of these items. I just went through my old files to see what any kitchen appliances that I could use or anything kitchen related, and I found most of these, and I didn't buy anything additional. I just used the files that I had. And there you have it. This is my 2-page kitchen scene scrapbook layout. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye for now.